Hi folks, it's Bill Palmer here again with another lesson for LearnAcousticGuitar.com. What I'm talking about today is basically kind of rhythmic elements and how you can add in different rhythms to your playing. And when I say rhythms, I'm talking about different ways that you can hit the like guitar or slap the strings, and how that basically brings out a different element to the part that you're playing. You may have seen, you probably have, if you've been on sort of YouTube recently, there's a guy called Andy McKee. And he's got a fantastic playing style where he incorporates lots of slaps and taps and different elements of the like guitar into his compositions, and it sounds really effective, and it's very impressive to watch, and it sounds great too. It sounds like there's basically a like entire band coming from just the like guitar. So what we're going to have a look at is just some basic ways of incorporating different like percussive elements into your playing. To start with, I should probably point out that what you're doing when you're hitting the like guitar is that you're creating what's called backbeat. Now backbeat is on the snare drum. If you ever have seen a drummer play, when they hit the snare, they normally hit the snare on beat 2 and beat 4. So beat 2 and beat 4 are what's known as backbeat, and that's it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It's got a very definite feel to it and a definite sound. So if I just play something very basic, just to sort of get you in the zone of what I'm talking about, I'll play a G chord, going to a C chord. Here's a G chord, and my C chord, I'll just do that. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the strings like that. So I'm just hitting over the sound hole. I'm hitting the strings so that they basically bounce off the frets up here, and that's what kind of gives it that sort of that sound. I'm not actually hitting like the body per se, although you can if you want to. I'm just hitting the strings. Okay, so I'll play it very slowly. What I'll be playing with my fingers on my right hand is I'll be going. So I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. I'm also adding 4 and, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay. And then I'll change chord. Okay. So that's a very basic thing to do. I'll just kind of break down what I was doing there again. I'm just playing. I've got playing with my fingers, by the way. I don't actually have a pick. My thumb's hitting the bottom string, and these two fingers here are grabbing the D and the G string. So I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, then I change chord. It's the same thing. I've just dropped my thumb down to the bass note of this chord. It's a C-type chord. So, but these two fingers are still on the D and the G string. Yeah, so you can sort of make it more involved, or you can slow it down and make it a bit more sort of zoned out. You'll find that there are actually a couple of songs that I can sort of demo for you. John Mayer's song "Why Georgia" makes use of the same kind of thing, although it has a bit more activity with the left hand, or the sort of fretting hand if you play left-handed. I'll just play that kind of really slowly for you. So it's got some hammer-ons and some pull-offs. It's first bit. It's quite easy. It's just that first bit. There'll be a transcription of that for you in the notes, but that's, again, it's the same sort of idea. It's beat 2 and beat 4. So 1. Up to speed. again, it's just beat 2 and beat 4. There are some other things that you can do. What I've been doing there, last couple of examples, I've just been hitting the strings. Okay, or just sort of hitting the strings over the sound hole, and then that sound is created by the strings, basically kind of slapping off the fret. If you're more in a band type situation or in a kind of duo type thing, which I've done a fair bit of, you can create a nice effect by hitting the body, and I'll just show what I'm doing. Body here, and then the bass of the body here as well. To show you so what I mean, I'll play a basic vamp for you. It'll be D minor, B flat major 7, G minor 11, and then A7 sharp 5. Okay. Okay, so I'm basically striking the chord once, like this, just with my thumb, and then just to bring this up to show what I'm doing, I'm hitting that. So I'm going 1 and 2 and 3, hang on, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yeah, that's right, so this is on 2 and 4, and this is on just doing eighth notes. Now change chord. Change chord again. Chord again. Okay, so I'm getting most of the rhythm from hitting the body, not from playing the chord. Okay, so that's another quite a nice technique. Can sound nice for like an intro or something, or even an outro or a bridge. If you're playing lots of strumming and then you sort of go to that, it's a nice sort of, gives it a nice feel. And again, it's very easy to do. I'm not using a pick at all, as like you can see. Just using my thumb to strum, and then the rest of that is coming from me hitting the body. So all you have to really work on is making sure that you get the chord nice on the beat. It's all nice and in time, and that you can sort of coherently sort of place it all one after like the other, sort of from start to finish. There are a couple of other things that you can try. If you have a pick, here's a pick in my hand here. You can do what's called kind of muted strums to sort of give your playing a bit of edge as well, or some kind of rhythmic stuff as well. So if you have a part that involves lots of strumming, you don't necessarily have to hit the guitar or hit the strings. You can just do what's called a sort of muted strum, which is where you strum and your fingers on your left hand or your sort of fretting hand cancel out any sound that the strings might make, as in actual notes. Okay, to show you what I mean, it'll be the same thing. I'll do a dead strum or a muted strum on beat 2 and beat 4. Okay. So what I was doing there, I was going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'm basically on beat 2 and 4. I'm cancelling out the chord shape, and that becomes a dead strum. So on my right hand, or my if you play left-handed, it's the other hand. I'm basically going. This actually doesn't change per se. I'm just changing what I do over here with my left hand. Got a bit like adventurous here with the chords, but it's the same idea. I'm on beat 2 and beat 4. I'm I'm just going to make it a dead strum. You can see when my fingers sort of close up kind of really fast. Okay, so that's another thing that you can try. You're just basically kind of strumming again on some beat 2 and 4, and you're making a rhythmic, I guess, kind of statement, and you're trying to like define where the beat is, and you're basically giving the listener a sense of backbeat, or a sense of, you know, I guess where the snare drum would be if they were hearing it with a band. Okay, so you're trying to, I guess, you're trying to kind of fill out the sound a bit, and the acoustic guitar certainly lends itself to those kind of rhythmic type things, and it can sound. So that's a wrap, guys, for today. It's a shorter lesson than what have been happening in previous weeks, but I hope that helps you out, and I hope it helps you add a bit of flair to whatever that you're playing. And just remember that it's best to start slow. Try and play something in time rather than to try and do it all at once. And you know, if you have any questions or comments, please add them, and I'll do my best to answer them when I see them. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you for another lesson real soon. Okay, take care. Bye.